It's been less than 2 months since our last Serverpod feature release, but we keep the updates coming. Today we release one major feature as part of Serverpod 2.2, codenamed Futurism. We're also including a preview of 2 features coming in a future release. I'm Victor, the founder of Serverpod. If you're new to Serverpod, we have built an open source backend for the Flutter community that is entirely written in Dart. We currently have 7 developers working full-time on Serverpod, so we're making progress really fast. Serverpod comes with everything you would expect from a modern backend framework. It has great database support, including type-safe queries and relations, automatic migrations, and caching. Serverpod handles real-time communication with Dart streams, serialize your data, and can handle file uploads, authentication, and much more. What is really sweet is that Serverpod will generate your complete API for you. All you have to do is add Dart methods to your server. Serverpod will analyze your server code and, almost by magic, create a Dart client in your Flutter app for you. Today, we're adding one large new feature to Serverpod 2.2, codenamed Futurism. This is something that really elevates Serverpod to the pro level. Before this release, you were a bit on your own when it came to testing your server. While possible, you had to mock many objects to test your code effectively. In Serverpod 2.2, we are adding a comprehensive testing framework. This makes creating integration tests for your Serverpod endpoints super easy and intuitive. It not only calls your endpoint methods, but also allows you to populate your database, test authentication, and all the other Serverpod features. Here's Hampus, who implemented our new test tools, to demonstrate how you can use them in your project.
Thank you, Victor. Hi, I'm Hampus, and I've been leading the work to build the new Serverpod test tools. And today, I am super excited to be able to share it with you. The new test tools lets you easily build end-to-end tests to test your server's endpoint methods. Let's dive right in with a code example. In Serverpod 2.2, we've added a test helper called with Serverpod that sets up a server for you and lets you call your endpoints just like any other function. The with Serverpod function is a test group, but with some extra magic on top. You provide the description just as you would with any test, but we also give you 2 arguments, session builder and endpoints. Use the endpoints parameter to get access to and call any of your endpoint methods and pass the session builder. Under the hood, the test tools will use the session builder to create the session object that is passed to your endpoint method. If you want to simulate an authenticated user, that's easy too. Just use the session builder to configure the state you would like the endpoint to be called with. In this example, we're overriding the authenticated state by calling copy with on the session builder. This allows us to call endpoints that require the caller to be authenticated. Okay, so this is all good and well. But how do I seed the database, you might ask? Well, this is where the new test tools really shines. By default, all database calls are run inside of a transaction so that you are guaranteed that everything is cleaned up after the tests have run. This means you never have to worry about leaking your database state. In this example, we have a products endpoint that returns all products. In the setup, we call insert just like in regular code to see the database before the test. But note here that there is no teardown. Everything is rolled back after the test is done. This also means you can run all your tests concurrently, even if they are modifying the database. Forget about slow integration test reads. Your Serverpod test will run crazy fast. Of course, everything is configurable, and there are many other settings you can check out in details in our docs. That's all for now. I hope you will find the new test tools useful in building more reliable servers. And if you have any feedback at all, we'd love to hear from you. Over to you, Victor.
Thank you, Hampus. Those are our new test tools. Next, many developers and companies use Serverpod. We want to highlight one of them today. Markably is an app agency that has been using Serverpod as its preferred framework for the past years. They're also helping us out with the framework itself, adding some really cool features. Here's Simon from Markably.
Hello, I'm Simon Auer. I'm the CEO of Markably, and we're a Flutter agency based in Vienna, and we craft unique apps and software solutions for some of the leading companies and brands across Europe. For over 5 years, we've been using Flutter, and we love it. But we've always been looking for an optimal backend solution to enhance our development efficiency with it. All the repetitive work involved in endpoint mapping and managing changes with other backend stacks led to significant challenges and slowed down our workflow. So around 2.5 years ago, we started integrating Serverpod, which has since become a very, very important part in our tech stack. Today, our Serverpod APIs handle hundreds of thousands of requests daily, and we really love using it, especially as it continues to release exciting new features. What we like about it is that Serverpod is, in our opinion, the first Dart-based backend solution that moves beyond just basic JSON responses and is working more towards a complete ecosystem, or becoming one. It reminds us of frameworks like Ruby on Rails or Laravel or Spring Boot that provide all the essential tools for building complex real-world applications. And yeah, we turned into Serverpod fanboys and fangirls, as you can see. And that's exactly why we chose it for this year's Markably open source initiative. Through this initiative, we aim to give back to the open source community by sponsoring development hours for 2 to 3 open source projects a year that we rely on every day. So yeah, currently Ben, one of our developers, is collaborating closely with the Serverpod team and is focusing on 2 new cool features which will be part of the next update. But these features are already available in the experimental or behind the experimental flag for you to try out. We're really, really excited to see these improvements enhance the future of our projects, hopefully yours as well. And we really can't wait for you to try them out and give feedback before they are fully stable. Thank you very much. Have fun trying.
Thank you, Simon. It makes us so happy to see what you're building with Serverpod, and we're thankful for the help we're getting with the 2 exciting features you're implementing. With the 2.2 release, we include a tech preview of them, inheritance and sealed classes in our data models. There are still some limitations to using these, but they're now available behind an experimental flag. You can find more information in our documentation. Supporting inheritance will be a great feature, especially when combined with our interface for streaming data. This is what I wanted to share with you today. The team is working on many new features that will be released in the coming months, and we are also getting closer to a stable release of Serverpod Cloud. So subscribe or follow us on social media for all the updates. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, happy coding!